Hello everyone. Like many of the people I'm sure taking this class, I am military, but I'm in a pretty unique situation within the military as I'm in the DC Air National Guard. This may not seem too unique, but we are the only federally funded unit, and with that I mean that all Guard units are state-run except here in DC. And no, I still haven't really figured out how that works to have a Guard unit for a federal district that's not a part of any state, but I guess that's another discussion. And as I will explain, I have a very unique job within such a unique unit as well. I'm David Patterson, and my intro, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself and my unique work situation, as well as my family situation, which is a little unique as well. The DC Air National Guard, to begin with, sort of holds a mission that is one of the oldest among Guard units, along with the Army National Guard, and that is to protect the nation's capital. The Air National Guard does that using F-16s that patrol the skies around DC. I don't, however, work on F-16s anymore. I'm in the same unit, but I'm part of a small, obscure section of the unit that actually works on Gulfstreams and Boeing 737s. And they seem a little weird that I work on civilian aircraft, being still in the military, but we actually do this because we provide airlift transport. We support things like transporting senators and congressmen. The director of the Air National Guard will fly with us quite often. We recently supported a funeral service, actually, where we transported a lot of senators and congressmen to go to the funeral of a congressman that had recently passed away. And we will actually even fly around the First Lady pretty often. So coming from something like F-16s at my previous base, it is pretty interesting. F-16s sort of feel like you're just walking along row after row after row of broken gray jets, once you've been there for a while and you've sort of seen it all. So now I actually get to go to these big, beautiful VIP planes that are full of leather recliners and, what else is in there? They have these big couches with end tables and lamps and just really all kinds of amenities, conference tables and just about anything you could think of. And that's, a pretty unique job. I think there aren't very many people who can claim they've ever been a part of anything like that. In my personal life, I'm actually lucky enough to be married to my beautiful wife, Esther, who is German. And I met her when I was stationed at Ramstein, quite a while ago, about 10 years ago. After we got married, I ended up getting stationed in Vegas, up at Creech Air Force Base, which is about 30 miles outside of town. I was the first engine mechanic up there on the Reaper drones, which is the big unmanned plane that the Air Force uses for surveillance. We settled there in Las Vegas for about 6 years. We bought our house down there. We started our family down there. I left the active duty Air Force. I joined the reserves at Nellis, and I started working on F-16s. It was a pretty good time for us, a pretty huge progression, I'd say, in my personal life. And then later on down the road, of course, I jumped on an opportunity for us to escape that desert heat, and we moved away from Nevada and settled in here in Maryland about 4 months ago. So today we have 2 small children, both girls. One is 2.5 and one is 6 months old. And our 2-year-old is completely bilingual. She still amazes me to this day with her ability to switch languages seamlessly from English to German. When she's either addressing me or her mother. And in fact, I actually tested her once, I guess, by switching to German, the little bit that I know, while I was talking with her. And she just completely switched over with me without even thinking about it. And before I knew it, she sort of surpassed me, and she was speaking better German than I could. So I just sort of gave up and switched back to English. So that's a small look into my life as a National Guardsman, and here with my half German, half American little family in Maryland. And thanks for listening in. And as my daughter would say in her mixed German she uses most of the time, is have a gute Nacht.